Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another computer repair video. This is a test on 2003 Ford F150. This is from Charles in Alabama. Just gonna leave it in there so he can stay, out of the picture, his real name. But so he's complaining that he cannot activate the Purge, let's say the Purge solenoid, even though on this vehicle, let me just put this down. On this vehicle, I was reading a little bit of the information. I'm using again Identifix for this, and on this vehicle, Ford calls this valve. Uh, well, actually, in Identifix, it calls it the canister purge valve. If I follow these, let me get you guys on this side for now, so you're able to see. Or you know what? Let me just start the screen recording. So you guys have forgot that I can do that sometimes. So let me get the screen recording so you guys get a better capture of that. So just bear with me 1 second. And display capture. Let's turn this one off. And start recording. Perfect. So I will be like right now. All right. So you will guys be looking at these. So this is a canister purge valve in here on this side. So we have one red, yellow, which M4, that's the power, and then a light green, black, which if we follow this one, goes to pin 15. We go over to the next page. Sorry, let me get it a little bigger. So again, pin 15 is the one is in yellow. It calls it vapor valve. And you'll see that on the scanner. It's very common for to do is the same. It does the same thing on the scanners as well. So if we follow the other wire, just to show you, uh, so if we follow this goes into this splice, which is a splice 155, and that powers the transmission solenoids and some other things if we follow this way. But I know the way Identifix put the diagrams, if we follow this side, so it's pin 1, we go over to the next one, and then it goes straight on this page. Again, 1 to 1, we go on 1, and then that is fuse 23, a 15 amp fuse. There is on the battery junction box on the left side of the engine, and that gets power coming from the PCM power relay. So the computer, let me see how this works. Yeah, this gotta be, well, this one, it powers up the injectors as well. I'm just looking at the way it gets activated. So we got 85 and 86. So 85 is the ground on G104, left front of engine compartment. And then the 86 power goes through a diode that is also supplied power, constant power, on hot and run. It's not a constant power, sorry, to the injectors are these the injectors or the coils? Let me see. Coils. These are the coils, sorry. But if we go back in here, it says a fuse 30. It's a 30 amp central junction box on the left side of the dash, and that is hot and run or in a start. So that will energize this relay on pin 86. It's a constant ground. It will energize the relay with pin 86, and then that will make terminal 30 close with terminal 87. So we got another fuse here, which is hot all the times, which is fuse 2 with 30 amps. That is hot all the times. And then when the relay activates and closes the contact, that will send power to these um, two branches. So you have one that goes to fuse 18 that we don't care about it, at least not for what we're doing. And then fuse 23 again that goes the power for the canister purge valve or vapor valve, the way the Ford calls it. So I have already connected my bags. For those that ask me, I have, a lot of you guys asking me where I get this. I got it from Wakesy. I will try to put Actually, let me see if I can go over to the website since you guys are here, and then you can. It's a very good. It's coming from China. We, yeah. Let me see. Let me just put Wakesy. That was probably one of the search that I did. Twitter, AliExpress, YouTube. I guess it's autoships.com. Yeah, yeah, that's it. So this is the company. They do sell very nice boxes, as you can see here. So I'm giving a little. I mean, they're not uh, patrons or anything from me, so but I do buy a lot of the tools, and from them it's very good. So just that's what I got this box. All right, so that's good enough. Like I said, just look in here, autochips.com, and that's where you want to go. All right, so this is where I got this box. So I got the box comes with this OVD port. So it's very handy because then I can connect my BCI from this is the Altel oh no, not the Ultra, the Altel MaxiSys Elite, and this is the BCI also J pass through. I don't use it for that, but that's also what it is. So and then wirelessly connected to the scanner. I'm using my power supply in here. I'm 13 volts, and I'm supplying, 1.5 amps or 1.6 amp, even though the computer is only using 0.42 for now. It's all on, and that includes whatever the BCI is drawing, and what this test light, this power cable that you see here, is on pin 56, which if we follow that is exactly the vapor valve that we will be commanding on with bidirectional controls on the scanner. His complaint again is it doesn't work. So all I gotta check is make sure if the computer can command this on and on, the problem is on the vehicle, something is preventing the valve from not working or not, but let's do the test. I just wanted to show you the connections too. I have it ready here, so let me I have a picture on. Yeah, I can do it like this. So I also got these. I don't know why it's getting so blurry. Let's go over to another one. So this is pretty much what I need to do tests. So powers. This is 104 pin on this computer, and so powers are 71, 97, and 55. Sorry, grounds 43, 51, 76, and 103. Communications, the one I need is the SCP, which is on pin 16. Again, you will have, this actually has the numbers on the top of the plastic in here and on the bottom, but I will show you on the diagrams that I got in there, so it's a lot easier to see. So that pin 16 goes to the DLC number 2, which on this wire harness, everything is laid out as the pins that I need to connect. So I have 25 pins that I can use as anything that I want. It has powers and ground and can high, can low, K lines, and all is based on the same pin outs that you have on the OVD port, which is very handy. And then so the pin 15 goes to DLC number 10. Again, the DLC is the regular on the car, so it's exactly the same 1 to 16. Um, Pretty simple. Disregard this one. This is for programming in case I need to program the bin number or anything. Sometimes the computer cannot be repaired, so I use that to program the computer and send it back a new computer. Well, kind of use new for the customers. This is the DLC. That's I always like to see it so I don't forget where it's 1 and 16. And I'm not sure why is this so blurry. Shouldn't be so blurry. Something happened with that picture. And it's the only one. See if I click in here, I can make this one. That's not working. And I don't want to open the other. It's maybe because I'm recording the screen that is not working on there. But so I have the way to see when it's pin one and goes on, and that's how I connected. I only connected 2 grounds and 2 powers because I was able to check that those powers are chair, and those grounds are chair in between the boards, so I'm not putting a heavy load to it, so it's not a problem. I am here just doing a test for the specifics that he requested because his car is running good. His only complaint is that the purge valve code, it doesn't go away, and he's been driving it like that, but he doesn't want to drive the car with a check engine light on and then not being able to fix it. So that's what we're here. All right, enough talking of the connections and everything. Let's do, see if I can open this one. Okay, now open up. Let me just show you this, and this is how I see where pins one, that is the connector on the harness, not the computer connector, but it's just backwards, right? So we have all that in there, and I don't think I need anything more in here. So I'm gonna just put my website. So you guys need to send anything, this is the website for my business. Right here we got the same thing. So just contact me in there. The email is you got an email right here. So if you want to book a repair, just contact me from there. Okay, guys. All right. So going back to the repair. So the ignition and the power is on. The scanner is ready to go. I already connected, but I'm going to do just as I didn't. So I'm going to let it scan the vehicle. It's just this computer. All right, it's a standalone. For those that use hotel, you know that that's the way it always work. That is the VIN number for the car, and this is correct. All right, so we click OK. And it's going to take a little time on decoding the VIN number. All right, so that's correct. It's going to ask me if it has a supercharger, and this is a F150 Lightning, so it does have a supercharger. Again, we don't really care for what we're doing on that, but it will ask me that, and it will ask me about the transmission. We don't have any solenoids or anything connected on the transmission. We're just going to do the bi-directional controls, which is very important in this case because it's going to allow us to see if this test light lights up. So again, pin 56 is the computer will be providing a ground to the purge valve or vapor valve, which in this case I'm using just a test light connected to power on the same um, power supply that is supplying the power for the computer, for the BCI, and all that stuff. Come on, it's 2004, so okay. So supercharger, it is equipped with supercharger, and in here I can select anything no matter what. I mean, it's not, we're not going in there. I'm going just a little quick. Hopefully, let me see, make sure you guys can see in there. Probably I can get you a little closer. Let me see. Trying to get the camera a little closer. Oops, sorry for the vibration in there. And I think you guys, yeah, you guys have a very, very good look in there. All right, so we're going to select the PCM, and we're going to go over to active test. This is the same thing you can do in the car. And I try to ask him if he has a scanner, and he said that he doesn't have one to do the bidirectional control, because otherwise you need to Ford specifically is a little picky on how much fuel you got, the temperature is, otherwise it doesn't run the evap a test, which should go every time you start a car and it's cold, and again you reach those requirements. All right, so we're going to use a evaporative emission vapor management valve off on. We don't need any monitor live data no matter what, nothing is connected, so I'm just going to press cancel. Like that I can just switch it on and off. And now let's see, yeah, no, you guys will not be able to see, so I will just be pressing the on and off switch. This is the test light connected to pin 56, so on, and it's on. So it's nothing wrong with this computer. off, and it's off. One more time. So it's nothing wrong. I got nothing to do with this circuit on the computer. So at least I showed you guys how to do the test. I'm going to call Charles and let him know I'm going to probably upload the video so he can see him himself, which is that's what I like to also do. Like that he can understand that his computer is working correctly. Either he is missing something on the car or um, something is preventing that from being able. But with bi-directional controls, I'm being able to do that. Another thing that I like to do as well is to read the codes, because when you have a problem with a valve that cannot be erased. 4 has continuous, let me see, read the codes. So we can have continuous memory diagnostic trouble codes. That's what is being in here or is happening now. So most likely, again, we don't have the fuel pump connected. Yeah, so fuel pump, that's because since the car is not running and it hasn't received an RPM signal, this is what the computer will read first, fuel pump, and it also will tell me if it's anything on the history that cannot be erased, not happening in here. P1000 means that the memory was clear. When you disconnect the computer, he sent it to me, all the codes got erased. If that would be something like, a circuit inside the computer, it will be right here, and it's not. All right, guys. So that's all I wanted to share with you. This is a quick and easy way to test for ECM. Sometimes people think that you're going to check the entirely, of 100% of the computer. That's not the way it is. We check or I check the complaint. Yeah, if a computer is not coming on off, well, then I check powers and grounds, and I will the voltage regulators, main diodes, and so make sure I get communication and stuff like that. But when it's just a complaint of a purge valve, like in this case, I focus myself into that because otherwise, checking a computer like this, I mean, this is not a really very difficult computer, but I mean, you have 8 injectors, 8 coils, RPM signal, cam sensor, the immobilizer, etc. I mean, I don't know, let's say, 20 sensors, 20 actuators, and they all need different parameters in order to run and complete. And, that's what the monitors on computer like this are for. So to be able to completely fulfill that, even with a simulator like the ones I have, is pretty difficult. So again, if you think that is possible, I don't think it's actually any company that does that. Again, you send a computer to be repaired. That's what we do. We repair the complaint. All right, guys, enough talking. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.